Heute werde ich das bemerkenswerte Buch von Robert Kiyosaki mit dem Titel Develop Your Financial Intelligence, Be Brilliant with Your Money untersuchen und zusammenfassen. In diesem praktischen Leitfaden stellt Kiyosaki 5 wesentliche finanzielle Intelligenzen vor, die er als grundlegend für diejenigen betrachtet, die nicht nur Reichtum erreichen, sondern auch lebenslang erhalten möchten. Die Entwicklung dieser Intelligenzen ist entscheidend, denn wahre finanzielle Sicherheit geht über das bloße Geldverdienen hinaus. Es beinhaltet Strategien und Denkweisen, die helfen, ihre finanziellen Ressourcen auf nachhaltige Weise zu schützen und zu vermehren. Financial Intelligence 1. Mehr Geld verdienen. Stellen Sie sich vor, Sie haben unerträgliche Zahnschmerzen. Dies ist ein klares Zeichen dafür, dass es ein Problem mit Ihrer Mundgesundheit gibt, das sofort behoben werden muss. Genauso wie Zahnschmerzen einen Zahnarztbesuch erfordern, ist Geldmangel auch ein Symptom, das auf die Notwendigkeit hinweist, Ihre Finanzen anzupassen. Wenn Sie nicht genug verdienen, um Ihren Lebensstil zu unterstützen oder Ihre Ziele zu erreichen, spiegelt dies ein zugrunde liegendes finanzielles Problem wider. Die Lösung Ihrer finanziellen Probleme ist wesentlich. Denn genauso wie die Behandlung des Zahnes Schmerzen lindert, wird der Umgang mit Ihren Finanzen die Angst beseitigen, von knappen Ressourcen zu leben. Wenn Sie zum Beispiel Ihre Verkaufsfähigkeiten verbessern möchten, um mehr zu verdienen, aber extrem schüchtern und Angst vor Ablehnung sind, könnte dieser persönliche Block Ihr berufliches Wachstum einschränken. Wenn Sie in persönliche Entwicklung oder Lesekurse investieren, um diese Barriere zu überwinden, werden Sie eine signifikante Verbesserung Ihrer Verkaufsleistung sehen, was zu mehr Provisionen und höheren Renditen führt. Die Lösung dieser kleinen Probleme ist der erste Schritt, um Ihr finanzielles Potenzial zu erschließen. Je mehr Probleme Sie im Laufe der Zeit lösen, desto größer ist Ihre finanzielle Intelligenz und Fähigkeit, Wohlstand zu generieren. Financial Intelligence 2. Solve problems progressively. In the process of increasing your income, you first need to focus on overcoming smaller obstacles, which are usually personal in nature, such as a lack of technical knowledge or a lack of confidence in your abilities. Once you have resolved these initial issues, you will be better prepared to tackle more complex problems, which may involve strategic financial decisions, such as investing or managing debt. This process can be compared to a video game, where you progress to more difficult levels as you overcome smaller challenges. Each new problem you solve is a step forward in building a solid financial foundation. However, it is important to remember that ignoring these problems only prolongs and worsens the situation, and can lead to deeper financial crises. Therefore, resolving your financial problems as quickly as possible is essential to prevent them from piling up and becoming unmanageable. If you wait until they are urgent to deal with them, you risk finding yourself in difficult situations where you will be forced to make decisions that you would rather avoid. The importance of solving problems early. I once heard a curious and illustrative story about the importance of confronting problems as soon as they arise, before they become insurmountable challenges. It was the story of a farmer and his pet rooster. One day, the farmer approached the rooster and ordered, "From now on, you must no longer crow at dawn. If I hear you crowing again, I will pluck all your feathers." The rooster, although displeased, obeyed and stopped crowing in the morning as the farmer had demanded. Sometime later, the farmer returned with another order. "Now, I want you to walk like a chicken, or I will pluck all your feathers." Once again, the rooster complied with the order and began to behave like a chicken, living with them until he forgot he was a rooster. Months later, the farmer appeared with one final demand. "From now on, I want you to start laying eggs like other chickens, or I will make soup out of you." At this point, the rooster finally realized that he should have resisted from the beginning, when the farmer made his first unreasonable request. Now, it was too late. He was stuck in a no-win situation, forced to do the impossible. This story serves as a powerful metaphor for our own lives. When we fail to address minor problems early on, we risk being overwhelmed by much larger challenges later on. The relevance of the process. While the story may seem simple or even comical, it mirrors the reality of many people who, on a daily basis, find themselves forced to accept undesirable conditions. They submit to working for bosses they hate, or in jobs that do not fulfill them, simply because they need to support their families and pay the bills. Kiyosaki argues that many people want to earn more money, but are not willing to go through the process necessary to achieve it. For example, to become a successful doctor, it is necessary to invest years of education and rigorous training, as well as developing emotional resilience and technical skills. While many people dream of the rewards of a medical career, few are willing to put in the hard work that it entails. What many fail to realize is that the process of learning, growing, and overcoming challenges is what truly brings wealth and fulfillment, not the money itself. To become financially prosperous, it is essential to accept the reality that problems will never completely disappear. In fact, they are part of the journey to wealth. With each problem solved, a new challenge appears, often bigger and more complex. The key to success is to understand that the true wealth lies in the process of solving these challenges, not just in the accumulation of money. When you begin to solve not only your own problems, but also the problems of others, your opportunities for growth expand exponentially. There are endless ways to make money because there are endless problems to solve in the world. As Kiyosaki learned from his mentor, Rich Dad, money problems can be a source of intellectual and financial growth if you approach them correctly. He also emphasized that by addressing and resolving these issues, your financial intelligence will expand, leading you to reach new heights of wealth. On the other hand, if you neglect these problems, they will only get worse, compromising your financial stability and leading you to even more challenging and limiting situations.
Rich Dad used the analogy of a toothache to illustrate his point about a problem that triggers other problems, like a domino effect. He explained, facing financial hardship is like dealing with a persistent toothache. If you don't treat the pain, it will intensify and begin to affect your overall well-being, taking a toll on your physical and emotional well-being. If you feel unwell, your work performance will suffer, as you will become more irritable and less productive. Ignoring the problem of a toothache can lead to other health complications, such as infections that spread throughout your body, further compromising your quality of life. Eventually, you may lose your job due to the frequency of your missed work due to your health problems. And without a steady source of income, you will be unable to pay your rent, which can lead to you losing your home, losing your dignity, and ending up on the streets, with your health compromised and a toothache to boot. While this example may seem extreme, Kiyosaki says it has stuck with him deeply, highlighting the importance of solving problems quickly and understanding the ripple effects that can occur when neglected. Many people fail to address their financial problems while they are still in their early stages, comparable to a toothache, and end up stuck in a downward spiral of increasing difficulties.
Financial intelligence number 2. Protecting your money. The first financial intelligence is measured by the amount of money you generate, that is your ability to earn and accumulate wealth, while the second is measured by the amount of money you are able to preserve and protect from external threats. For example, a person who earns $200,000 per year has a higher financial intelligence number 1 than someone who earns $100,000 per year. However, if the first person loses 50% of their income, taxes, fees, and other financial obligations, while the second person only loses 15%, this means that the second person has a higher financial intelligence number 2 than the first person because they have been able to retain more of their wealth. Protecting your money from financial predators is crucial, as they can quickly deplete your resources if you are not vigilant. As we all know, the world is full of individuals and entities lurking around, waiting for an opportunity to take your money, whether licitly or illicitly. Many of these individuals and organizations are extremely skilled, persuasive, and powerful. If they are more cunning or powerful than you, they will end up taking your money, often in ways you do not even realize. This is why financial intelligence number 2 is so crucial to ensuring your financial security and stability over time. Kiyosaki recalls that when he was just a child, his rich dad taught him the importance of protecting his money using a simple but profound example. He said, "A farmer must protect his crops from rabbits, birds, and insects because they can destroy the entire crop in a matter of days." These animals are seen as thieves by the farmer, not out of malice, but out of natural instinct. The rabbit as burglar analogy served as a powerful lesson for Kiyosaki. Rabbits are cute and seemingly harmless, just like birds, and this fact underscored the fact that not all dangers are obvious at first glance. The use of charming creatures like rabbits and birds was intended to demonstrate that some of the biggest thieves of our personal wealth are not necessarily visible criminals or thugs, but rather people and organizations that appear trustworthy and benign. He used this metaphor to emphasize that some of the biggest financial predators are people and institutions we trust and respect, such as financial advisors, banks, and even family members. These are individuals and entities that we believe are on our side, protecting and guiding us. However, as Rich Dad said, often those closest to us do so that they can more easily reach into our pockets and empty them without us noticing. One of the reasons so many people struggle financially is because so many hands have access to their money, slowly diluting their savings and wealth. Predator 1. Bureaucrat. As we know, taxes are our biggest financial burden in life. The job of the tax department is to take your money and hand it over to a government bureaucrat who will spend it for the public good, often without much transparency or efficiency. The problem with most bureaucrats is that they are experts at spending money, but they don't know how to make it or manage it effectively. This may be precisely why they choose to become bureaucrats, so they don't have to deal with the challenges of generating wealth on their own. If they knew how to create wealth, they would probably be entrepreneurs or investors rather than government employees. Since they don't have the skills to make money, but they love spending it, bureaucrats spend a lot of time devising creative ways to capture our money through taxes, fees, and various levies. As is well known, we already pay taxes on our income, investments, real estate, vehicles, fuel, travel, clothing, meals, drinks, cigarettes, businesses, education, among others. We pay taxes on taxes, in an almost endless chain of taxes. We contribute taxes on items we don't even know exist, such as hidden fees and administrative charges. These taxes are often sold to us as benefits to society, and some are actually essential to the functioning of the state. However, social problems continue to grow because bureaucrats rarely solve the problems they set out to address. They just throw money at them, without a concrete plan of action. Before you get upset about what has been said about taxes, it is important to note that Kiyosaki is not against the government or paying taxes. As Rich Dad said, taxes are the price of living in a civilized society. They fund schools and teachers, firefighters, police forces, the justice system, the military, roads, airports, health inspections, and other essential services that we use every day. Rich Dad's frustration with taxes was that bureaucrats rarely fixed the problems they identified, which meant that taxes kept rising without a commensurate return in terms of improved quality of life. Since taxes were always rising, Rich Dad's philosophy was clear. A bureaucrat's job is to put as much of your money in your pocket as possible within the law, and your job's to make sure they take as little as possible, also within the law, using the tools the law allows. Unfortunately, it is often the people who earn the least who pay the highest percentage of taxes, because they have less access to tax deductions and sophisticated financial planning. One example is Warren Buffett, who said about taxes, "The 400 of us here pay a smaller share of our income in taxes than our receptionists or our cleaning ladies." If you are part of the top 1% of the world, it is your duty to think of the other 99% and contribute in a fair way. The author states that if you want to protect your money from taxes and maintain your wealth, it is crucial to understand how different types of income are taxed under current law. There are three main categories of income: wages, capital gains, and passive income, each with its own tax specifics. In case you didn't know, wages are the income you receive from working for a company or someone else 8 hours a day and are generally the most taxed and have the fewest possible deductions. Capital gains are the income earned from owning stocks, bonds, real estate, and other assets that appreciate in value over time and are often subject to a lower tax rate than wages. Finally, passive income is generated by assets that bring in money steadily without the need for ongoing active work. such as rental properties, royalties from books or music, and investments in businesses. An example of passive income is real estate, which can generate continuous cash flows with low taxes. Wage employment offers little protection from taxes. On the other hand, capital gains and passive income provide greater protection, allowing you to keep more of what you earn. This is one of several reasons why Kiyosaki is against relying solely on income from traditional work. Predator number 2. Partners. It's a delusion to think that life is all about living happily ever after, without considering the contingencies and changes that occur over time. This may happen in fairy tales. In real life, things change, which is why exit strategies are essential in any situation of value, whether in relationships or business. I know it can be uncomfortable to propose a prenuptial agreement before marrying the person of your dreams, especially when you are both in love and confident about the future. But it is a financially prudent move, especially in these times when divorce is increasingly common. To ensure that you do not lose a significant portion of your accumulated wealth in the event of a separation, it is essential to consider these possibilities. Remember that in a divorce, financial issues often arise, even when love still lingers, and this is where the lack of a plan can become dangerous. In the event of a separation, the division of assets can lead to a substantial financial loss and jeopardize your financial future. Therefore, establishing a prenuptial agreement or discussing financial arrangements with your partner is not only sensible, but can be a mature gesture that strengthens your relationship, as you both know that you are protecting each other against possible future hardships. Predator number 3. Brokers. It is clear that we live in a society where intermediaries play a crucial role in virtually every financial transaction. Most transactions, whether it is buying a car, buying a house, or even investing in stocks and bonds, involve the involvement of a broker or intermediary. These professionals can add value by providing expertise and facilitating transactions, but they also increase costs and reduce profit margin. Therefore, whenever possible, the best strategy is to eliminate the intermediary, or at least reduce their influence. For example, by negotiating directly with the seller of a house or purchasing a car directly from the owner, you can save a substantial amount of money on commissions and fees. Furthermore, it is important to remember that an intermediary is usually more interested in securing his or her own commission than in maximizing the benefits for you, the client. Therefore, protecting your money from intermediaries is a matter of financial intelligence. Kiyosaki emphasizes that protecting your money requires a high degree of intelligence and continuous vigilance. This means being shrewd, calculating, and always on the lookout for financial dangers that lurk around every corner. Even when you believe you are getting a good deal, you must analyze all possible hidden traps and pitfalls. One of the most common mistakes people make is to let themselves be carried away by emotions, whether by the desire to acquire something or by the fear of missing out on an opportunity, which impairs the ability to assess the situation rationally. Therefore, financial intelligence is not only about the ability to make money, but also about the ability to keep it safe and protect it from the numerous threats that arise along the way. Knowing how to identify and avoid these financial predators is an essential skill to ensure your long-term prosperity. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe to the channel, share, and see you in the next video.